Tanong ni DV Berm, are dividend stocks, REITs, MP2, and cooperative share capital enough as sources of passive income during retirement? Any advice po? Para sa akin, yung cooperative at saka yung MP2 would probably be enough. May nakita kasi akong illustration na nag-i-invest siya sa MP2 at saka sa cooperative. Tapos yung simulation niya, ang assumption nga lang is 7% dividend, no? Tapos meron silang MP2 ladder. Kasi di ba yung MP2, 5 years siya. So, in effect, meron siyang 5 accounts. So, on the 6th year, magmamature yung isa. So, yung dividend sa kinita nito, yun yung gagamitin niya para sa expenses niya on the 6th year. Tapos, yung original capital, i-open niya ulit ng MP2 account. So, meron siyang ladder. I'll probably create a financial video to illustrate that. And given that mataas in recent years ang dividend rate ng MP2, naging sustainable siya. Ang mahilig gumawa nito ay yung mga members ng FIRE, yung Financial Independence Retire Early Community. Meron silang mga computation. And that's also the reason why they are looking for cooperatives, Philippine cooperatives na consistent sa pagbigay ng dividends. So, meron akong naging client sa Tagum Cooperative. Ang target niya kasi consistent na mataas, mapagkakatiwalaan and stable na yung cooperative na yon. And it's something that they are, she is considering as a source of passive income during retirement. Pagdating sa dividend stocks at saka sa REITs, unfortunately, wala pa tayong dividend stocks at saka REITs na nagbibigay ng dividend na high enough para maging sustainable siya sa ating cost of living unless you actually have a lot of money there. Yung nakikita ko kasi sa dividend stocks, yung mga consistent, mga 4-5% lang, no? Tapos, kung meron mang nagbibigay ng mataas, mga 8-10%, hindi siya consistent. May mga years na sobrang baba, may mga years na minsan hindi nakapagbigay, unless that preferred shares. Yung mga preferred shares naman, saka yung mga REITs, usually mga 2%, 3% lang din yung dividend rate. So, we cannot say in the future, but yung mga recent years na nakita ko, parang hindi siya sulit. Maganda mag-invest sa dividend stocks at saka sa REITs kapag nag-iipon ka, pag wealth building ka. Kasi yung dividends, ipambili mo ng additional shares. Ang maganda kasi sa dividend stocks at saka sa REITs, may price appreciation pa, di ba? So kung nabili mo yung A-REIT dati ng 10 pesos, ngayon 30 pesos siya, may additional return ka dun sa price appreciation aside from the dividends that you're getting, di ba? But it's, in my opinion, it's really good as a way to build the wealth. But if you're looking for passive income upon retirement, it might be better to put your money dun sa mas consistent. And so far, consistent yung MP2, but also yung mga cooperatives. On another note, it might also be a good idea to invest in real estate rental property because ang real estate rental property, although mahal siya at kailangan pa hindi siya purely passive kasi kailangan mo ng property management skills, at least you have full control of the investment. Kasi property mo yun, hawak mo yung apartment, for example. Unlike yung MP2 tsaka cooperative, naghihintay ka lang. So, hindi mo alam, wala ka pwedeng gawin para pataasin or i-improve yung passive income mo. Unlike if you own the asset, like a rental property or an apartment, mas meron kang agility to improve yung cash flow mo. So, consider that as a source of semi-passive income when you retire, yung mag-invest sa isang rental property. Okay, so maraming salamat, DV Berm, sa question mo.